Ladies and gentlemen, the gentlefolk alike, welcome to another stop on this 2021 journey with the boys, or for now, today, the boy of the LSP. I am host of the Lazy Sports Podcast at Krustinski on the Twitters, but you can see that on my Zoom name here. We appreciate you guys for joining us, or me, for another episode. I'm solo right now because the boys are really busy and the way the day's set up. With us coming back from quarantine and stuff, we didn't get a chance to link up today. But I really wanted to make sure we got you guys something today, considering the playing tournament is tomorrow. We didn't get to do a last pick'em for the weekend because life has been kind of wild. Once again, me and Feed Zeke, Ben, who is my real life brother, we're both coming back from quarantine and stuff. So hopefully we will be up in the studio or on set at Eddie's house soon. But we want to be safe too. We don't want to just rush back in there. If the Zoom thing's been working, then the Zoom thing has been working. We got a pretty cool pod today. I'm gonna go over our NBA pick'em. I actually have some screenshot savagery, which is why I'm doing this on Zoom, because the share screen feature makes that a little easier. I'm gonna call the WWE plug. We're gonna talk about BACKLASH, which was last night. I have a screenshot about BACKLASH that I thought was really dope. So it was kind of cool to see how that went down. And I'd probably rather talk to the plug who probably saw the entire show. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do today, man. We're gonna talk about some basketball stuff. I got some screenshots for you guys. I'm gonna call the WWE plug. Using YouTube to play the song, and an ad came up. It's the first time that's ever happened. That's kind of hilarious, ain't it? It never happens when I'm potting with the boys, and then stupid ass ad just plays. But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and try to get into it. I guess before I get into it, since I'm sort of by myself, so the rookie minicamp started this week. Your team probably started the weekend after the draft. Like teams like my team, I believe the Giants and Cowboys started last weekend as well. So right now, your social media has probably been flooded with nothing but rookie throws and runs, and you got clips of Jason Away doing his little fucking drill, and you got clips of Najee's interviews. You got Trevor Lawrence throwing. You got clips of Travis Etienne at receiver. So it's fun, man. Social media right now when it comes to training camp, more specifically rookie mini camp, has been kind of wild. I know you guys have probably been keeping up what's going on with. Let me this just in case it plays some nonsense, but I'm pretty sure you guys have been up to date with everything that's going on when it comes to the mini camps and the training camps, and whether the players want to go back or not, whether they want to do the same stuff they did last season with the virtual OTAs and stuff. Today I saw a clip by Darius Butler on his Twitter where he was basically talking about it's a disservice, and you could basically call it malpractice if you were a lawyer, to have these kids or these 1st to 3-year players that are still figuring things out, who usually need all the time, because usually these rookie mini camps are open not just to the rookies, but this is usually like a full the spectrum of players. So I'm gonna be biased as hell this episode because I'm by myself. I am a Steelers fan, and a lot of my experiences when it comes to training camp, rookie mini camp, is going to be based off my experiences as a Steeler fan. So yeah, rookie mini camp is crazy because you see, for example, we have so the Steelers have one punter, one running back, a bunch of linebackers, bunch of corners. So you can kind of see just on team basis, if you really follow that stuff, if you're really nerdy about stuff like that, just sort of what type of players. Like if you see we invited a quarterback. The Steelers invited a quarterback to rookie tryout. I forgot the gentleman's name. I'm really sorry about that. But stuff like that, man. Kids who you probably didn't know about. This is a lot of times where you see those future reserve contract people that you might see during the December, January time of the NFL season. For example, in 2016, a player by the name of Mike Hilton signed a future reserves contract in December of 2016. Brought him in from the Patriots. He was a Jaguar and a Patriot, and we brought him in. And you guys know, if you're a Steelers fan, or if you're an NFL fan, you like to talk shit on the Steelers, then you know who Mike Hilton is. If you're a Bengals fan, you definitely know who Mike Hilton is. So yeah, that's stuff like that, man. Players like that, stories like that, guys that you're like, who the hell is this guy? Next thing you know, next thing you know, you're just like, man, that player left. That sucks. Hurts my soul. But, that's what the NFL is, man. You get a kid who gets drafted in the 6th round, and then he becomes the greatest wide receiver of all time and wins a Super Bowl ring with Tom Brady. But that's how that's going to work. Shout out AB. So that's sort of some of the stuff that's going on with these rookies, man. I personally, if I was in the position of some of these rookies, I'm pretty sure one of these rookies have already spoke out and said that that they're gonna. I forgot which rookie it was. Because I actually watched that interview where they're like they understand everything that's going on, but for them, considering they're young, like they have to be there. They can't like want to not be there. They have to be there. One meeting for these kids is so much information. And if you're someone who's not a sponge, you're someone who needs, you need to study. You need that. This is an important time for you if you're a rookie. So it sucks that all this is going on, that the NFLPA and the NFL, the owners are trying to figure out and trying to get this going and trying to hopefully come to a peaceful middle where we get to see, our players be kept safe. This is probably a lot more for the older players. This is more for the veterans, for the older guys who, are still recovering from some injuries from the season before. You don't really see a lot of the younger kids probably wanting to not go to OTAs, stuff like that. This is what I'm talking about right now. Is OTAs, is players skipping OTAs and trying to do virtual OTAs. A lot of the players argued that it was because of health and safety and stuff, and they got to, do a season and stay healthy. And, we saw a lot of big injuries. We saw a lot of torn ACLs in the beginning of the season. I don't know if for those who were watching the podcast and were following us from the beginning, we had a segment it was a sucky segment where we had to go over all the injuries, because every week in the beginning of the season, it was like 4 or 5 big names. And then we had to do COVID's Coochie, which was, a different team was getting hit with COVID. Titans, it obviously hit us, hit Denver, and they lost all their quarterbacks. So it's sort of what the vets want to sort of just stay on that path of everybody's virtual, everybody's sort of staying safe. They have the numbers on injuries and stuff. Like I said, or ACLs, man, broken. It just seemed like that was the biggest injury in the beginning of the season. So yeah, that was tough for sure. So I'm gonna go ahead though, and like I mentioned before, last night the WWE had a Backlash. So what I'm going to do now, weird to sort of segue away from this football talk, right? But I want to move along and stuff. This is just me, and I don't want it to be so jarring. And I don't know if you guys are really gonna watch a full hour or whatever of just me talking. So we'll see. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call WWE Plug now and see what the boy is up to. I'm going to pull up the match card, and I'm going to see if, man, he can go ahead and just give us a little overview or breakdown of how everything went. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls alike, you've seen him on the pod a bunch of times. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the WWE Plug. How are you, man? Can you hear me?
Now, man.
Now you can. Awesome. Okay. All right. How are you, buddy?
Tired.
Yeah, you working. Yeah, you working. You grinding right now for sure. I know I don't want to take all your time, so before we get into Backlash, I did want to ask you. You guys, the Patriots only got 3 primetime games this season. How do you feel about that?
It sucks. I'm looking for a Super Bowl, so for the Super Bowl now for playing them games. Yeah.
That's funny. Hey, man, I appreciate your confidence as a Patriot fan, man. I get it. You have to, like, season, you know, it's never over, bro. It's never over. I respect
Yeah,
that.
look at that good old logo right there. Six
Okay,
rings.
I'm repping the okay, 6 ring. Well, okay, all right. Well, not these guys didn't, but the logo did. All right, whatever, man. All right, so what I'm gonna do now, buddy, is I'm gonna share the screen. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see. Can you see?
It says you have started screen sharing. I don't see anything though.
It'll come soon. It'll pop up soon.
I see a loading screen. Oh, there we go.
There you go. All right,
Yeah.
I have here the matches just for the folks who are watching, so that way they can follow along and see the match card. I know you can't. I'm not sure if you can see it so clearly, but I'll go ahead and just tell you.
I see good.
Okay, awesome. All right, so I don't know if this is in order, but first things first, before we break down the matches, plug. How did you feel about Backlash?
Wasn't bad. Pretty good. Not too bad. Not too bad. I felt like everyone who won was the right choice. So
Really,
it makes sense.
No golden shovels.
No, not really. Honestly, it was actually a pretty good event. Last one Backlash, so no complaints over here.
That's dope. That's good. I'm good. See, that's good to hear, man. It's good that the WWE got a W here, because I know the last couple pay-per-views. Well, I think the last two were good, right? Yeah, but I mean, WrestleMania was cool, right? Night 2.
I mean, day one was good.
Yeah, everybody.
Day 2 could have been better. I mean, day 2, obviously their match of the night for day 2 was Roman Reigns, Edge, and Daniel Bryan. Day 1
on paper, like 4 years ago, that's a great match.
Yeah, and when actually it happened, it was so. This one, this about tonight WrestleMania Backlash. It wasn't a bad pay-per-view, to be honest. But I think they did go following storylines. Storyline wise, everyone won. Every winner was the right choice in the matter.
Cool. I'm glad. It seems like the energy around WWE has been different. Like, I don't know. I can't really explain it. Maybe because I'm a Pat McAfee fan and now he's on SmackDown. But it just seems like the energy's been a little different. Have you been watching SmackDown? What you been thinking of the new pairing of Michael Cole and Pat McAfee?
Man, honestly, I don't pay attention much to the commentary sometimes. It's cool they change up the dynamic there, but I'm more focused on what they can do in the ring and how to improve the wrestling and improve the show. So
okay. So I saw a Baron Corbin was on the Pat McAfee show, and hearing him talk, he sounds like an interesting dude, man. Are you what's going on with Baron Corbin, man? Is he still King Corbin? What's going on there?
Yeah, he's still King Corbin. I mean, I don't know. I don't think that they don't really know what to do with him, but they want to make sure he gets his matches. I mean, honestly, personally, for me, I like him. He's actually an entertaining wrestler. He just needs to be given a chance. I mean, as a young when he started, a lot of people think Baron Corbin's all that, but back then, I think he's a cool dude. I mean, he saved Dolph Ziggler's life in one match. And that's when
he's an asshole, but he's a cool dude. But he's definitely an asshole.
No, and you know WWE wise, you know, his character wise, he's an asshole. Like, you know, he's taking shots, but I mean, he's good in ring. He's safe. He's a safe wrestler for a tall guy. And his moveset, sometimes you see guys with that moveset, they're really safe with it. Yeah. He's one of the more safer wrestlers to wrestle against. I think that he knows how to he knows how to put the spots well. It's just I think he.
So is Miz, because I remember when Daniel Bryan was sort of coming back, that was sort of the Miz's thing, was how dangerous Daniel Bryan was, and considering how much like you bringing up the whole safe for Baron Corbin, is that why certain guys just stay for a long time? They're just safer. Like, is the Miz a safer wrestler? Is that why he's probably?
Miz is a safe wrestler. To be honest, I mean, I love the Miz. If anyone, my friend, you know.
Yeah,
I'm always
I like the Miz too.
I've been an avid supporter of the Miz. I'm a huge Miz fan. A lot of people, I think they bashing him because he doesn't do the high flashy, high risk moves. But for me, I feel like you don't need to do the high risk moves to entertain fans.
Well, you can be a safe. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, you could be a safe wrestler, but still, you know, give fans a good match. That's what Miz does. I mean, he's passionate on the mic. He's entertaining in the ring. He drives his character to what he thinks is right. I mean,
True.
anything WWE gives him, he drives it around. I mean, the whole rap thing against Bunny Rabbit, not Bad Bunny. I call him Bunny Rabbit.
Bunny Rabbit.
Sorry, they look bad. Bunny Rabbit's in this video, so that's why I got Bunny Rabbit. But you know, he takes wrestling to his heart. So he's just one of those that, you know, even though he's safe, he knows how to do his job well.
Yeah, I like The Miz because I tell you guys all the time that I watched him on The Real World, and whenever he got drunk, he became The Miz, became the wrestler. He had a fake title and everything, and the fact that you see him, like you saw it was there, and he got to do it, and now he like won an actual title. He carried that fucking show when nobody was watching it, and the Intercontinental Championship is feud with whatever was the best thing going on. So I'm proud of The Miz. I agree with you. I agree. It's just funny that you say the whole safe wrestler thing. I was just like, damn, that's probably why certain guys just last way longer than other guys.
Yeah, a lot of them, like Barry Corbin, he's a safe wrestler. He makes sure, you know, and he's not safe wrestler on himself. He makes sure, you know, the wrestler he's fighting with, he's good too. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's been times where he's wrestled other matches. He's caught other wrestlers like slip up a bit, and he's caught it and turned it into that I forgot Deep Six.
That's good, man. That's good. It's good to hear, man. I remember a little younger, maybe a couple years ago, I really hated Baron Corbin, but he was doing his character right if I hated him. So
yeah, true. That's that's a heel job right there to make sure they hate you. But at the end of the day, you know,
he did it right. Like I said, before that interview, I was like, man, this guy sucks, man. Like, it's not even just a wrestler. It's just, man, like, fuck, I'm not rooting for this guy. But you, sir, are on a time limit, and I don't want to waste your whole break. So, plug. Let's get into this real quick. You can give me however long of a breakdown you want, however short. It's up to you, my boy. The first match I have on here, I don't know if it was in order. It probably is in order. The first match, Sheamus and Ricochet, a singles match. What do we? How was good opening to the show or what?
Yeah, that was a good match. Happy they let Ricochet challenge Sheamus. He needs his break. Tired of it. You know, he's a great wrestler. I don't know why WWE gives him a shot. It's kind of stupid they're using him just for the main event show.
Yeah,
you know, he's super talented. Happy to see him get touched. He didn't win, but it was a good match. He was there. He was there.
He was there.
He was there. He almost had it. It was cool. It was a cool match. He showcased his skills a lot. So, you know, I think giving him more of an opportunity, they gave him more of a chance, you know, to show out his skills and let him do it naturally. I'm pretty sure fans already have his back as it is. He's like a popular starter. It just sucks that he doesn't want to give him anything, doesn't want to toss him a bone.
It's just the same old.
Yeah.
Next, I have Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. I covered the results, so I really don't know what happened there. Let me see. It says Rhea Ripley won. Oh, you know the results already. All right, cool. So I'll leave it like that then. All right. Yeah. How was that, man?
Right decision. Forgot. I was hoping they didn't give it to Charlotte. Oh, my God.
Was this a title match?
Yeah, this was a title match.
Oh, they didn't give it to Charlotte Flair?
No, they did not give it to Charlotte Flair. I'm so happy for that. That was actually a good decision.
You know how bad they probably wanted to give it to her too.
Yeah, they're like, you know what? We should break on the idea of giving it to Charlotte Flair.
Should just no.
No. Rhea Ripley, right choice. She just won the title WrestleMania. We can't do her like y'all do, like you used to do with Sasha Banks when she was ever facing Charlotte Flair. You can't do that to her now. Rhea Ripley, she got that. Heck, it's crazy fact about Rhea Ripley. Like, I'm actually older than Rhea Ripley.
Really?
Yeah, she's only 24.
Wow, dude. Yeah, she has some way to go then, bro.
Yeah, she started when she started in WWE, she was only about 18, 19.
She didn't get buried by Charlotte. Wow.
Yeah, I know. That's that show, but she's been wrestling for years. She talked about a lot. But okay, if you ever watched Samoa Joe, I think Samoa Joe does like an interview. Did an interview. I forgot what it was called. But sorry, she was in WWE. But she started in the women's tournament thing, Mae Young Classic. She was like only like 18, 19 at that. Now she's about that she's about to turn 35 and she's in WWE about to main event WrestleMania. It's kind of a crazy event that she didn't think, you know. I really believe she's under. I like her. She's great. I don't see anything. I'm happy to keep the title on her. Kind of hoping 6 of them. That's all she needs.
That's good, man. That's kind of wild, man. Like, I was just saying earlier in our conversation, like the W, it just has a different vibe. Like, I don't know if they realize that they're definitely. I don't know if they're ever going to be at risk of losing an entire generation because, our generation, and then, but I feel like kids. I don't know if the kids or the young kids are into it. Like I don't know. I'm not in that world like that. You probably know more than me. But our third match, which is one of the screenshots that I have that I'll get to once we let the boy go back to work. The Mysterios versus the Dirty Dogs. This looks like this was Rey Mysterio and his son, correct?
Yeah.
What happened? It looks like it was for title.
It was for SmackDown Tag Team Championships. I like this decision because where they're heading with the story, and this is going to evolve, which I'm so excited to see. Is this is basically rumors, but there's the plan going that the Mysterios are going to win it, and I think the Usos are actually going to take the title from them.
Okay.
When Jimmy finally aligns himself with Roman, because the plan is for the Usos to take the title off of a face team.
That makes sense.
They're gonna be heels, or the speculation that the face team that was gonna take the titles off for the Mysterios, which will make good sense. And have the Usos, Jimmy finally join up with Roman, and then have the Usos go after the tag team titles, while Roman keeps the Universal Championship.
Hell yeah.
It comes to a full circle.
Yeah, that makes actually wow. WWE, holy shit! Is this SmackDown? Is this a SmackDown show?
SmackDown.
That's what it is. SmackDown is. That's actually dope, man. Like the head of the table thing, I see is still going on. That's dope, man. Like Roman is doing his thing, man. Shout out
Roman is carrying SmackDown on his shoulder right now.
Which is what we thought he would do like 6 years ago, when everybody hated him. I don't know why.
I mean, they finally gave him. They finally turned. I feel like he's he's a natural heel. That's the thing. Face is a decent face, but he's naturally a heel. When you think Roman Reigns, you think heel. You think aggressive. You think, sparing and taking names. Yeah. You don't think making weird jokes and messing up on mics.
Basically trying to be John Cena.
Yeah, but
I'm glad he's finally carrying the show like Cena said in that one promo they did against each other. Or Cena was speaking facts, like, damn, bro, are they still calling me back, bro? This is supposed to be your show, and I'm still coming back, bro. Shit was crazy, bro.
Definitely, but it makes sense for the Mysterios. Happy for the athlete. Happy Dominic got his first title.
Yeah, congrats, Dominic. That's lit. That's really awesome, man. Like, that's really awesome to hear, man. Or to watch, considering he definitely grew up in the business, man, and now he's getting his shot with the WWE. I like that. Our fourth match of the evening, Damien Priest versus The Miz. This looks like one of those, just like the Sheamus and Ricochet match. Yeah, I don't see a championship, anything on the line. Okay, wait. So no, who won out of the Mysterios and the Dirty Dogs?
The Mysterios.
Oh, they won. Okay, cool.
Yeah, they won. Yeah, they did. The match is good, and I like the fact that even though they try to pull out, Dominic got injured earlier in the match. Rey Mysterio had to get a tag team partner, and then oh my God, Dominic comes out to save the day. Kind of seen that happening. Okay, that was a little bit predictable, but it still involved a good match though.
That's dope. I'm proud of them, man. So Damien Priest versus The Miz. So up to now in our fourth match, no shovels yet.
Not yet.
Nice. So
not yet.
Damien Priest versus this. Go ahead. Sorry.
This match was interesting.
Not shovel worthy, but interesting.
Yeah, interesting. The fact that it's supposed to be a lumberjack match, but the lumberjacks ended up being zombies. So they added like an element to where it rides with Damien Priest's character, and it was cool to see how Miz, played it off in that match. So and I don't give it a show because it was actually a very interesting aspect of the match. You used to seeing wrestlers as the lumberjack, but to see zombies and to see actually the zombies grab Morrison from the barricade and actually see him acted out of one. It's actually pretty funny. It was pretty cool.
So it came out good. Like it came out good.
It worked. They made it work.
Yo, that sounded golden shovel worthy. But wow, okay, cool. Wow.
on paper, like, okay, that sounds like Golden Struggle version, but actually watching the match had how the Miz and Morrison was acting. I mean, they kind of carried the match. I mean,
They
Damien Priest
usually
won the
do.
match.
They usually do though.
Yeah,
That's what they do, bro. They literally carry matches.
definitely. So it's just like I love.
Oh, sorry, folks. Oh, there you go. Okay, you're back.
Yeah, so yeah, I like it. You know, Miz and Morrison, they acted out well. They played it to Damien Priest's liking. You know, Damien Priest won the match. And even though I love the Miz, it was the right choice. Give Damien Priest to win, kind of build him for the future.
I don't think you can bury the Miz at this point anyway. You can lose or win however much you want. He's the Miz at this point.
Yeah, he'll put people in good spots.
He does.
But it was an interesting match.
This has been like a Miz praise show, bro. Like,
I'm gonna give as much praise to the man as I can. Because damn it.
Hey, bro, when he won the WWE Championship, everybody was mad. I was like, yo, for some reason I like this. I like that he won the title. I don't know. Maybe it's because of the real world thing, but I like that he won the title. Moving on.
I liked it because he deserved it. He
deserved it. He earned it, right? Like it wasn't one of those like, oh, they're trying to push. Like the Miz wasn't somebody they wanted. Like you could tell he was supposed to just kind of be a joke. I'm proud of the Miz, man. I like the Miz, so that's lit.
Definitely.
Let's see where we got. Oh, you got 8 minutes. All right, so Bianca Belair versus Bayley. Based on what I've seen on Twitter, you said what? Predictable. So not Golden Shovel, but it was just too predictable.
Yeah, I figured Bianca Belair was gonna win. It was a cool match, but I know it was going to win. I'm not gonna give it a trouble because it was a good match. They both, did their spots well, but for me it was kind of predictable. I knew going in that anyway they're gonna give the title back to Bayley. So
yeah, Bayley's on that level with Sasha Banks, where it's like, I don't want to say they had the peak of their success, but I feel like the WWE is like, oh, we got new girls, and I don't know, are people tired of, like, I don't know, they're in a weird place, man.
Definitely.
They're in a weird place. Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre versus Braun Strowman. All right, tell me, man, who won, man? Is our boy still the champ?
Bobby Lashley won.
Let's go, Bobby Lashley.
But I got to give it to Air Strowman.
Air Strowman?
Yeah, he did a. It wasn't a high flying move, but he did a move. No one ever seen him do it before. That man did that. Oh my God, dude, like he jumps up and lands on his back. I forgot what the move was called, but he did that move, and that caught everybody off guard. They're like, "Oh my God, Air Strowman!"
That's lit, man. That's awesome. That's awesome. But wrestlers go out of their like comfort zone. Like when Cena started doing like new shit that one year he came back. I don't know if you remember that run. Yeah. But that's really awesome, man. All right. Shout out Bobby Lashley. Shout out to the boys, man. Shout out to Air Strowman.
They need to bring up a new superstar now for the championship. I'm tired of saying Drew McIntyre about Braun Strowman. God, they better not bring in Randy Orton. They need to start literally what they'll go. I mean, Randy Orton has this thing with Matt Riddle, so pretty sure that's not where they're gonna go.
All right. In our last match, it looks like was this really the main event? Roman Reigns versus Cesaro?
Yeah. Yeah, and this match was match of the night.
What?
Yep, match of the night.
What?
That match was hard-hitting. That match was fun to see, entertaining. And know what else? It didn't involve Jimmy Uso. It didn't involve Jey Uso. No outside interference at all. Roman won clean.
What?
Yeah, wait, this match
hold on, man. Is Cesaro about to become a guy? Like he's already a guy, but this is the second. Like his singles match at WrestleMania was dope. Go ahead, bro. Wow,
this match was really dope, man. They showcased both their skills. It was hard hitting. It was aggressive. It was predicted, but this end, Cesaro gave it his best. Everything he gave it his all in this match. He showed out. This match was almost 40 minutes long. Surprisingly, they was doing a lot. I mean, man, this match.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this
holy crap!
This match was long, but they did a lot of spots. They did a lot of moves. Roman Reigns was great. Cesaro was great. They gelled really well together. There were some spots where it couldn't go like this, but at the end of the day, you were enjoying the match. Cesaro and Roman Reigns was really a dope match to see.
Wow, I'm genuinely shocked, bro. Like, I was not expecting that energy. Like, wow. I'm happy for Cesaro, man, because it's about time. It's about damn time.
Heck yeah.
Wow. That looks like, wow. That was the main event, though. Roman Reigns and Cesaro?
Yeah, Roman Reigns, Cesaro. Then
Wow.
after the match, Roman Reigns won by making Cesaro go to sleep. And, I couldn't. She did that, the guillotine, man. That guillotine move was crazy. And he won the match. That was crazy. And Cesaro had him a couple of times, too. Cesaro, he was close. He was close to winning.
That is awesome. Like, I'm genuinely shocked.
And then after that, Jimmy Uso, after he came out, gave him the, that red, like, tribal chief necklace thing that we're going with.
Mm-hmm.
Handed that to Roman again on his head. Then, Jimmy Uso was being the dog out of Cesaro after that. Cool to see. Like, finally, they tossed Jimmy Uso a bone. And then, surprisingly, which I was so happy to see, Seth Rollins came out. Which was like, everyone at first thought, oh
shit.
He came out, and for a moment, it seemed like he was gonna hit Roman. But, they kind of teased like a little match in the future for themselves, but he went after Cesaro. But that was good to see because now they continue to Seth Rollins with Cesaro, which I'm happy to see. Then, a second match between them is all what they deserved. Because after WrestleMania, that was a great match. And to them to tease Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns.
Wait, so you telling me, you're telling me that this show had 7 matches where you enjoyed the decisions, you enjoyed the wrestling, you even enjoyed the teasing, the storytelling. Was this the perfect pay-per-view? Was this a 10 out of 10? Is this our first 10 out of 10 pay-per-view on the pod, Plug?
No.
No?
I give it an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10.
Wow. Well, it has 7 matches and it got an 8 out of 10. I think that's damn near a fucking A+ to me, bro.
Yeah, it was great. There was some spots you're going to rock him. That could have been better. They did some botches there here and there, but at the end of the day, I more looked at like, okay, not bad.
That's gonna happen. You already know the motherfucking botchamania, bro, is always gonna be present, bro.
Yeah, Roman Reigns already kicked ass that match.
I'm proud, man. I appreciate your time, man. I'll go ahead and once you head out, I'll go a little bit more into what you said. But I'm shocked, man. I'm proud. That's what's up. An 8 out of 10 from the WWE Plug. No shovels this episode with the Plug. I appreciate you, my man. You enjoy the rest of your day. And here we go, Steelers, bro. All right.
Nah, past that Patriots. Past Nation out here. We went in 17-0.
17-0. Yep. 17-0. I know.
22-0 after we went through the 4 games playoffs. We're gonna be so good that we're gonna tell you, put us in a wild card. We'll play anyone there.
You gonna go 17-0? You want to play in the wild card? You're a clown.
We start beating us right there, bro. We start winning games from then on. But forget this. Give us a wild card. We played the 9th seed all the way to the Super Bowl. Don't care. Don't give. Nah.
Okay, we're trash.
No, come on. I'll go. We go 17-0. We played the wild card. We'll defeat anyone if we have to. We can do it. Hashtag Team Patriots.
I was about to say, I hope it's us, but I don't want to play the Patriots. I don't care.
Y'all don't want to play the Patriots because y'all don't have a good history the last couple of years against us.
It's just the playoffs, okay, man? All right? We've won in the regular season. We've won in the regular. All right. Enjoy work.
I don't recall the last.
Thank you for your time. 20. We should have won in 2017, boy.
No, that's saying it was like 2014, 2013.
We won in 2018. Joe Hayden got a pick on you. I got the signed picture. I have a signed picture right there.
And then we beat you next year in AFC Championship.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate your time.
You don't want to point that out, don't you?
Bye, WWE Plug. I'm gonna change your name to Patriot Plug, but I hate the Patriots. I ain't gonna do that. I do hate the Patriots now. Get out of here, Plug.
No, don't be mad. Cam nobody throw 8 touchdowns on y'all roster too. Yep, Cam O. Newton. He about to be out here just playing no games.
Boy, Cam Newton ain't doing shit against Steelers, boy.
Nah, it's gonna be not Cam Newton. It's gonna be Mac Jones. He be out here throwing dots.
All right, get the fuck out. Bye. Enjoy work, man.
Get the fuck out of here. The Cowboys. That's what we do this.
Let's go. Fuck the Cowboys.
Yeah. The Cowboys.
Fuck the Cowboys. All right, man. You enjoy the rest of your day at work, buddy. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. You're a really big help for that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Deuce, man. Ladies and gentlemen of the pod, WWE Plug. Appreciate the plug. Came in really clutch while I'm trying to do this, how I'm doing it. So yeah, that was a WWE plug. I'm really shocked that that actually got an 8 out of 10. It got no shovels. And just to explain the concept of what we're talking about when I say that, just for like an inside joke, whenever, so in wrestling, a certain wrestler will get buried. And what that means is, for example, John Cena versus when Kevin Owens debuted and he made it to the Up Show and he was talking all that stuff and he was a champion of NXT and he's challenging the face of the WWE and he's talking about how this is blah blah blah. And that was a really good storyline. And Kevin Owens came out with so much heat, so much like, oh man, this guy is dope, just to get buried by John Cena, which means that John Cena wins. John Cena gets to come out as the hero and move on to the next storyline. Meanwhile, Kevin Owens, who was buried, that hype, the heat, all the people, all the fucking, oh man, the momentum gets buried, and you basically have to start over. Uh, Unfortunately, as much as I enjoy and respect John Cena, he does have a history of burying wrestlers like the Fiend before he was the Fiend. He was Bray Wyatt, always getting burying Bray Wyatt, burying Kevin Owens, like I brought up. So there's a history. Some guys just not gonna take the fall. So in this case, whenever we talk about a golden shovel, we're talking about a show being buried or a match being buried. For example, night 2 of WrestleMania had a lot of matches where we did this: pull out the shovel and bury it, because it's over for that. So whenever we talk about that, or if we ever do a live reaction to a WWE pay-per-view, and you see me, Eddie or the boys, and one of the guys start doing this, and they start looking at the plug, we start looking at each other, we're not grabbing our samurai swords, we're grabbing a shovel, a golden shovel, and shoveling this show. So the fact that no shovels for the plug, very appreciative of the plug, and good job by WWE. And nobody's from there is gonna be watching this, but good job for putting out a pretty good show, man. I've heard nothing but good things on the Twitters, and the fact that our plug gave it an 8 out of 10, and I respect his opinion very heavily when it comes to WWE, because I admittedly I'm not as hard as a fan as I used to be when I was young, but that's gonna happen. WWE pulled a lot of nonsense in the history that I just can't vibe with. But here we are. So that was a WWE plug once again. Thank you to our WWE plug for talking about Backlash and his breakdown, because he watched the matches, gave his so we definitely his overview, not interview, his overview of Backlash. So appreciate that. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now, before we go ahead and get into our basketball stuff, is I'm gonna do a special screenshot savagery. It is just gonna be me for the screenshot savagery. So this might be a little bit weird. It's gonna be a little bit weird, but we'll see. We'll see how I pull this off, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm basically gonna be sharing the screen with you guys now. All right. Okay. Here I is. Here I am. Oh, I can't make this any bigger, can I? Yes, I can. Let's do it. All right. So here are my screenshots, ladies and gents. Hope you guys ignore all of this, all of these. I'm just gonna wait for that to come up. It's a little bit warm in my room, so I'm not surprised that my laptop is starting to lag just a little bit. That's going to happen, but here we are. We have our first screenshot here. It's a big party in the Big Apple. The New York Knicks have clinched, but this is not where I'm starting. This is where I'm starting. Whatever. All right, so here we are, ladies and gents. This is the part of the pod where I just go over some of the stuff, some of the screenshots that I have, and we'll see. I don't know where to put myself. I really don't know where to put myself right now. We'll see how this goes. Let's see. I'll go full screen here real quick. Oh, gonna have to FN. Oh man, I am killing it. There we go. All right. Let's fucking do it, LSP. All right. So you guys can see me. You guys can see this poorly made thing here. All right. All right. Let's just check it out. Let's just see how this goes. All right, our first screenshot. Oh, we was just talking about this. Let me move this up a little bit. I wonder if I could just get some. Okay, all right. So Rey Mysterio and his son Dominic won the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. It's always dope to see ESPN showing this type of love to the WWE, honestly. But we was just talking about this with the WWE plug. The Rey Mysterio and his son won the match. You already saw how the plug felt about it. You can see the emotion in their face and Rey's face. What a moment to win that title with your son, and be the legend that Rey is, and still be doing it at a high level and now doing it with his son. Next, we have J. Cole's off-season album debuted on Spotify with 59 million streams, the biggest debut this year on this platform. I am not one of those 59 million streams. I have yet to hear the project all the way, because when I like to listen to a project, I like to actually listen to it from track one to track whatever in order. I like to see where he was, what the vibes is. Are we getting a For Your Eyes? Are we getting more of a Dreamville thing? Are we getting a rapidy Cole? Maybe some Friday Night Lights Cole? I don't know. So this is gonna be cool to bump. You can see. Shout out to Pat. Shout out, my boy. Not my boy, but whatever. Shout out to Steelers now. You can see the screenshot. That's corny. All right, let's move on to the next one. This stat blows my mind every time I see it. Shout out to my sports update. Larry Fitzgerald has more tackles than drops in his career. 17 seasons, 1,432 receptions, 41 career tackles, 30 career drops. That's ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure he's coming back for another year. Just shows you how bad his quarterback play was if he had to make that many career tackles. I'm pretty sure Julio has these type of statistics too. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure Julio Jones has these type of statistics too. More tackles than drops. Maybe not. Julio low-key be dropping a lot of shit. Not a lot, but not everybody can have hands that Antonio Brown has. All right. NBA announcer Marv Albert plans to retire after the 2021 Eastern Conference Finals. Marv Albert, congrats. Per NBA on TNT, well, per Bleacher Report. Yeah, man, shout out. So that means that I'm guessing because TNT doesn't have the finals. Okay, that makes sense. It's ABC and stuff. All right, so that's dope to see. Congrats to Marv Albert on an incredible career. Calling games. We do have a lot of guys who are legends when it comes to this stuff, man. Just calling plays and stuff, calling these games. So congrats to Marv Albert, and good luck on his retirement. And if you guys couldn't tell based off of that tweet, we are finally in the playoffs, but we'll get there in a second. 2 years ago, we got some more music stuff. Tyler, the Creator, dropped his Igor album. This album would go on to win a Rap Album of the Year Grammy. I believe it won another one too for Rap Song of the Year. But I believe there's a lot of controversy that's going to surround that. Starting with how DJ Khaled reacted, starting with how the older acts reacted to Tyler, the Creator, saying things like they make music people enjoy, dance to. Not none of that weird artsy stuff. Igor was an incredible project, one of my favorites for sure, top 5. So I had to screenshot this because it's been 2 years and the album still rides. So let's move on. Migos. This is a great sports podcast. Migos announced Culture 3. They did it with the MJ Facts. Sports, yeah. Quality control for immediate. So if you guys remember when Jordan came back to the league after his retirement, towards the end of his that season with the Barons playing baseball, AAA, I believe, or AA, AAA, just triple, double. I don't know. If you guys saw me go live on the show, I'm pretty sure I actually played the Barons in my series. But yeah. The following statement, May 17th, 2021, at Atlanta, Georgia, Quality Control Music. The following statement was released today by the Migos through their label Quality Control Music, located in Atlanta, Georgia, in response to questions about Culture 3. It simply reads, June 11th, we're back 3. So obviously that's Quavo, Rocket Ship, and Raccoon. No, that's Takeoff, Offset. Raccoon's ready. All right, no, I fucking forgot. Offset, Takeoff, Offset, Takeoff, Offset. Oh, Offset, Takeoff, Quavo. Bang, bang, bang. Let's go. All right, who knows music? I know music. Of the three, Takeoff had the better project. All right, when they went solo. All right. And we're going to pick, but per Bleacher Report, per everybody knew, we have a Lakers-Warriors play-in game. It is official, ladies and gentlemen. The Lakers, who are at one point were the 3 seed. Once LeBron got hurt, AD got hurt, then a shooter was out with the Covinia. It was over. They went on a 4-game lose streak. At one point, they were like 1-5 or 2-6. They were 2-5 in their last 7 games. And the Warriors surged after the All-Star series. Steph Curry, averaging over 34 points a game since the All-Star. So this is what it resulted. We have another chapter in the LeBron-Steph rivalry. If you guys remember, once Steph really started coming on, especially after that 2015 season, in that 2016 season when they went 72 and whatever and 72 and 9, and he had the MVP unanimous MVP season. It looked like he had taken over the league, and it looked like the league was Steph's, and LeBron was no longer the king. And we know how that went. You guys can see how that went right there. With the Cleveland, this is for you. This is going to be an interesting game. The boys already made their choices. I'll go over that in a second, in a long second, not in a second. But yeah, another chapter in the LeBron-Steph rivalry, another play-in game. We'll see how that goes. Next, J. Cole made his debut with the Rwanda Patriots. I believe he had like 12. He had like 3 points. He had maybe 2 rebounds. He played like 13 minutes total. He had like 2 turnovers. He had an assist. That was his debut. But yeah, this is him warming up to his own music. That's got to be kind of wild. It was off his most recent project, so that's got to be really wild, man. What a flex. Kyrie Irving has officially joined the 50-40-90 club. That's 50%, 40, right? That's 50% field goal percentage, 50% field goal, 40% from 3, 90% from free throw. I believe. This is field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, and free throw percentage, 50, 40, 90. That's probably wrong as hell. That's probably hella wrong. That's actually really, really wrong, I think, 50, 40, 90. But, oh, you know what? You can see. Oh, so I wasn't fucking lying. Look, 50.6% field goal, 40.2 3-point, and 92.2. Yeah, so yeah, 50, 40, 90. Yep, 50% field goal shooter, 40% 3-point shooter, and 90% free throw shooter. Congrats to Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew. Congrats. And this is the screenshot you guys saw when we first started. It's a party in the Big Apple. My New York Knicks clinched the 4th seed in the East, the first time in 7 years. Julius Randle ended the season off with a 33-point triple-double. And it was a wild season, and what a wild season for the Knicks. If you go on Twitter and you see freezing cold takes, then you're gonna see a lot of old tweets from a year ago, from when the season started after the bubble thing, and the Lakers have won, and we're about to start the season, and everybody's just gonna go to their own arenas and blah blah blah. One of the first jokes was the season just started and the Knicks are already mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Well, suck on this. Clinched with this man smiling. I hope you come back. I hope we get a point guard for you. Congrats to the New York Knicks. Congrats to New York. COVID tried to take us down, baby. We came back and fought. We came back so goddamn strong. The fucking Knicks made the playoffs. That's what I'm talking about. Shout out. Let's move on to the next. NFL memes posted. # never forget. LeBron James tweeted, just waking back up from my pregame nap to see about the Washington football team. Ha 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 ha. All these emojis. Is that real? No way. Oh man, they had a thorough, intense, long board meeting about that one, huh? Good comedy, King. And then Washington football responds, your son's name is literally LeBron James Jr. So the little line about, oh man, they had a thorough, intense, long board meeting about that one, huh? His son's name is literally LeBron James Jr. So good job, Washington. Nice. Albert Pujols. Najee Harris interviews are a delight. Albert Pujols has reached. Come on, go. Okay, I need to start. I'm gonna start cropping these shits. Albert Pujols has reached an agreement on a deal with the Dodgers. A couple, maybe a week or two, most likely 2 weeks ago. There was like a video showing mad love and mad appreciation for Albert Pujols, and there was like a story done on him and appreciation and how long he's been doing it and certain players. That's his favorite player. And then at the very end, it's like, okay, so he retired. That's what this is about. They're like, no, he's still trying to come back. And then lo and behold, a couple weeks later, you know, not an Angel no more. He's with the Dodgers now. Old man Albert Pujols is still in the game. And that is why if I have a son and or daughter, I will definitely try to get them into baseball because, bro, the man is hey, and he's still making that, you know what I'm saying? Hey, all right, let's move on. Shout out to Najee Harris. I mean, whoops. Shout out to Brooke Pryor. I mean, whoops. Shout out to Albert Pujols. Let's go. All right. Friends reunion special will air on HBO Max May 27th. Special guests will include David Beckham, Justin Bieber, BTS, James Corden, Cindy Crawford, Cara Delevingne, Lady Gaga, Kit Harington, Larry Hankin, Mindy Kaling, Tom Selleck, Reese Witherspoon, and Malala Yousafzai. So yes, the absolute Mayo-ish show in all of Mayo history is back in its full Mayo greatness, and I am going to be watching it because I love helmets. Moving on to Mayo too. I love white people. The Sacramento Kings will miss the playoffs for a 15th straight season. It's tied for the longest streak in NBA history. I believe that this picture is of Buddy Hield, which is funny that they don't put the other dude, the other guy who's their guy, Darren Fox. I almost said Derek King. Shout out Miami quarterback Derek King. But yeah, man, Sacramento Kings, absolutely trash, man. On a shortened season, a compressed season with a play-in tournament, missed the playoffs. I don't have a screenshot of this as well, but New Orleans also missed the playoffs. And they were surging, and they lost. They couldn't even beat a New Orleans, rough. Here is a video that a fan posted, tweeted at Tyrann Mathieu. It's Antonio Brown's route in the Super Bowl. If you don't know the story of that route, it was actually supposed to go in. It's supposed to go in and out this way, but AB, being AB, saw something and whatever, changed the route, and instead of going in, out this way, he ended up going in, out this way. Ended up crossing Tyrann Mathieu, gave up a touchdown. Former Steeler great with a touchdown in the Super Bowl. He tweeted, "Good route." Tyrann Mathieu tweeted, "Good route, good throw." I never saw that on tape. Some guys run inside and then back out. He switched it up and won that rep. I can tell you never played this game and you definitely ain't line up against two Hall of Famers. You probably shitting yourself knowing your daddy watching. I thought that was a cool response. I screenshotted it because it shows that all pros, these guys who play these sports, are as human as we are, will make the wildest mistakes. And this is as real as an athlete can respond in a situation like this, I think. Good route, good throw. It was on tape. He run it inside and then back out. AB switched it up. If you watch the clip, he was there, but in football, all you need is inch. That's just how that works. It's a game of inches. All right, we have some savagery from the New Orleans Saints, who are so well known for just trolling the shit out of Atlanta. Mostly their division. Remember the broom thing, but they troll the shit out of their division in Atlanta. So Atlanta put up a thread of our season opponents as album art. A lot of teams have stuff like that. We guys showed you the Pop-Tarts one that the Chargers did where they had the Patriots as frosted or unfrosted strawberry. And they had a picture of Chase I forgot Chase Winovich from Michigan, the linebacker. Sorry, guys. Just got to take care of that quick. There's a bee trying to get in my room and making shit. And I'm really hoping. All right. But yeah, so they're really well known for trolling the hell out of their fans with their division. Atlanta put out a thread, and here they had the A, and then they had Kids Bop, party hits for Atlanta for the Saints, and the Saints responded. Excuse me. The Saints responded that you need to get permission to use Julio in the graphic. As you can see, there is Julio Jones in this graphic, and the reason they said that is because the Falcons, when they released 2 printout of their schedules for 2021, neither of them had Julio Jones. Just like the Raiders had a printout for their schedule, they did not feature Derek Carr. So what does that tell you? They know something we don't, but you're not supposed to read too much into it because they're crazy. But okay. So yeah, that was that one. Let's move on. I don't have the boys to tell me or to suck their teeth and crack jokes about my team bias, but by myself today. So the most underrated players in the AFC North per PFF. We don't like PFF till we need those numbers. Most underrated players in the AFC North. We have Marlon Humphrey, who I said I would want on my team of the Ravens. We have Rashard Higgins, wide receiver, pretty underrated because of how much talent is on that offense. But the boy definitely holds his own, that's a Brown. I hate the Brown. Of course, the fucking guy, number 69, future All-Pro, Kevin Dotson out of Louisiana, a raging Cajun. Let's fucking go. Let's go, Kevin Dot. K. Dot. And, of course, Mike Hilton said that he's a pretty good free safety, Jesse Bates, who I wanted to be a Steeler, but we drafted Terrell Edmonds instead because, he was really strong stuff. All right, yeah, man, that was a shout-out to Von B. But, yeah, most underrated players in the North, man. Marlon Humphrey, Rashard Higgins, K. Dot, Kevin Dotson, number 69, future All-Pro, and Jesse Bates of the Cincinnati Bengals. So shout-out to PFF for putting that in there. Bang! Mike Breen enters the Basketball Hall of Fame tonight. Let's celebrate with most of his most iconic calls. Bang! In this one, you can see this is when the Spurs and the Miami Heat were in Game 5. We're in Game 6. We're in Game 6. No, yeah, this is Game 6. Up 3-2 on the series. This is where LeBron takes a pretty bad shot. Ray Allen. Chris Bosh gets the rebound, passes it to Ray Allen, who goes to the corner, puts up a 3, ties it 95-95. They go to overtime. Miami wins. Miami ends up winning the series. LeBron gets his first ring. What a wild series. And, of course, on the call was Mike Breen. If you guys ever seen any Steph Curry highlights, you're going to hear oh, Curry is cooking. Bang! Steph Curry. If you see the highlight with Derrick Rose when he gets that game-winning shot on Cleveland when the series, probably the last great series that LeBron had in the East against those Chicago Bulls, where bang, and then he gets the shot and makes the no emotion face that he's famous for. So congrats to Mike Breen for entering the Hall of Fame on the same night that Kobe, Kevin Garnett. I'm pretty sure we talked about that in the last pod. I don't have a screenshot for that. This is it for the screenshots, mate. Are these it for the screenshots, then? It looks like it. Let me go ahead and confirm for you real quick, and we'll move on. That was it for the screenshots. So congrats to Mike Breen. Stop sharing there real quick. So yeah, that was our screenshot savagery section. I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was kind of fun for me. It's my first solo one. Not a lot of picks because I'm by myself, and I personally enjoy the screenshots when the boys can react to and they can see what's up and sort of enjoy in what's going on. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do though now is once again I am by myself, so I'm not gonna try and drag and keep on and try and whatever. So I'm gonna move on to our NBA game picks. So I'm lowering the TV down because I'm gonna play the music so it can sort of drown me out. My back itches like a motherfucker. But yeah, thank you, Homer. You can see the light. That's so wild, ain't it? See it? I can't see it. All right. All right, thank you, Homer. All right, so this is it. The NBA regular season is done. The next time you guys see us, all three of us together, we're probably going to be talking more depth in the playoffs, seeing what's going on, seeing what the matchups are, because we are going to have the play-in tournament. The boys already made their decisions and their picks for the play-in tournament, so all I have to do now is just tell you how they did last week, and go ahead and get into the play-in picks. So let's do it. Last week, oops, sorry. Just want to make sure you have to hear that. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. All right. So last week we talked about how our NFL regular season champion fought this entire NBA season to reclaim a regular season title. Will Ben get a complete sweep on the NFL and NBA regular season? Did Eddie finally catch up? And did I waste my gosh darn time because I just kept picking Toronto and kept picking the Lakers? Let's find out right now, folks. Portland versus Utah. Portland would take the W. All three of us picked Portland. Houston versus the Lakers. The Lakers would win. We all picked the Lakers. The Clippers versus Charlotte. Me and Ben picked Charlotte. Eddie picked picked Charlotte. Eddie picked Charlotte. Me and Ben picked the Clippers. Eddie took the loss there. The Clippers would win. Milwaukee at Indiana. Almost said Indianapolis again. Milwaukee would take the win. We all chose Milwaukee. Eddie picked Giannis. Philadelphia at Miami. Philadelphia would take the loss. Me and Ben picked Philadelphia. Eddie picked Miami. San Antonio versus the New York Knicks. The Knicks would take the W for the first time in a long time. All three of us picked the Knicks. So that was dope. The next game was Orlando versus Atlanta. Atlanta will take the W. We all picked Atlanta. Our next game after that was Toronto versus Chicago. I picked Warrior. Eddie picked Toronto. Ben was the only one to pick Chicago. Ben wins that pick. The Chicago won. Denver versus Minnesota. We all picked Denver. Denver would take the W. Sacramento versus Memphis. The Kings versus the Grizzlies, basically. Memphis would take the W. We all picked Memphis except Eddie, who picked Sacramento for some reason. Portland versus Phoenix. I picked Portland. Eddie picked Dame Time. Ben picked Phoenix. Almost said penis. Ben said Phoenix. Ben gets the pick there. Me and Eddie picked Portland. Dame Time. Cleveland at Washington. We all picked Washington because Washington is clearly a better team. Washington would take the dub. Denver at Detroit. We all picked Denver. Denver would take the W. Duh. Utah versus Oklahoma City. Utah would take the W. We all picked Utah. Orlando versus Philadelphia. We all picked Philadelphia. Philadelphia won. Toronto versus Dallas. Eddie picked Dallas. I picked Dallas. Ben picked Lucas backup. Lucas backup would take the W. We all picked W's there. The Clippers at Houston. None of us picked Houston. Who the fuck? Why would we pick Houston? Houston takes the W. We all picked the Clippers. We were all wrong there. Sacramento at Memphis. Me and Ben picked Memphis. Eddie picked Sacramento again. I have no idea why he did that. But he picked Sacramento, so Memphis will take the W. And our final game of the Lazy Sports Podcast Basketball NBA Pick'em. Because we didn't do this weekend. We didn't get a chance to link up. New Orleans versus Golden State. We all picked Golden State. Golden State took the W. New Orleans ends their season on a loss. Well, actually, this isn't the last of the actual season. This is our last of the pick'em. But the last games of the season were actually yesterday. And those were great games. I could talk about them real quick. But as far as our pick'em goes, at 17-2 this week, Ben wins another week. At 15-4, I have a pretty good week. I come in second. At 13-6, Eddie has a good week, all above 500. Places third. But what did this mean for our regular season record? Who won our regular season awards? So for this, I'm going to see if the boys will hop on real quick, just for this part. I'm going to see. For 1 second. We'll see if we get an invite. We'll see if the boys pull up. I just want to see if they'll check out just to see who won. All right, Ben is in here. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the co-hosts of the Lazy Sports Podcast, Ben.
Hey.
I called you because you slick son of a bitch, you did it. You had a terrible start to the NBA regular season pick'em. You came back and you won the son of a bitch.
Congrats.
I did. At 172 and 110, coming off a terrible start where me and Eddie were killing it. Started having single-digit loss record weeks. At Feed Zeke, congrats, buddy. You went 17 and
nice.
You went 17-2 our last week of pick'em. You won. Yeah. You won the regular season. All right. Eddie declined the meeting. But I'm gonna invite him again just in case. Even though he's probably playing. Lord knows. Can't miss those, man. 17-2. Your worst picks were Philadelphia and the Clippers. Because the Houston beat the Clippers.
Oh, because they were tanking.
Yeah.
To not play the Lakers.
Yeah, pretty. So congrats, man. You won. You came in first. You went 17-2, and your final record was 172 and 110. Any words for the folks, man?
Too nice. I'm the best. I don't know. I know what to tell you, man. Pick them on me, bro. 2-time champ. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
All right.
2-time champ, bro. 2-time.
Yep, won the NFL, won the NBA, man. Congratulations on your W. Enjoy. Here comes the kid. Here comes the boy. Ladies and gentlemen, 1/3 of the Lazy Sports Podcast at Sauce is on the Zoom.
Hey, what's up?
Sauce, do you remember when me and you were winning the pick'em?
Yeah.
You remember when we were like, damn, this guy is not going to win this shit. He's trash.
Yeah, what happened?
At 172 and 110. He finished 17-2, bro. He won.
Who, Ben?
Yes, he went 17-2 the last week, bro. I went 15-4. You went 13-6. The boy went off, bro.
Man, I gotta
Yo, me and Eddie were really battling for a second, and somehow, congrats, man. Congrats, though. Congrats to
Too
Ben
nice
for winning our podcast first NFL regular season, and now he won that's wild as shit. You literally, wow. Congrats, man. Congratulations, bro.
I'm a GOAT.
We'll let you get back to what you're doing. I'm closing out the show with these picks. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's digitally clap it up for our regular season champ at 172 and 110. Congrats, Ben. Thank you so much, buddy. Congrats on the regular season win, man.
Hey, go subscribe to the channel. Y'all mean? Drop a like, y'all mean?
Thank you, buddy. We appreciate you.
2-time champ. Y'all mean? About to start calling. I'm about to say my whole name for the 2-time
champ.
Y'all mean?
Two-time. Congrats, man. We appreciate you. You can go ahead and go back to what you was doing. Appreciate you,
Bet.
my boy.
Thank you. But
Once again, ladies and gents, congrats to Ben at Feedzik_21. He won the regular season of NFL and unexpectedly won the NBA one too. So congrats once again. 172-110. And second place for the regular season at 165-118 is at Sauce McGee. And in third at 162-122, host of the Lazy Sports Podcast, gratefully energetic host of the Lazy Sports Podcast, at Krustilski on the Twitters. Now, we have a play-in tournament. But before I say these play-in tournament picks, I genuinely appreciate anybody who's been watching with us, who's watched all these NBA pick'ems, who's followed along. Not a very interactive bunch, but you're watching. I appreciate you guys. We hope that you keep on going, and I want you guys to know that the energy is only going to go up. And once we hit football season again, we're about to go fucking nuts. I cannot wait. Once again, Feed Zeke is we finished our quarantine, so we will be linking up with Sauce McGee in person again soon. But patience, you know what I'm saying? We'll get there. So our play-in games. These are the teams that got far, but they couldn't finish strong. They did just enough to give themselves a chance to make the playoffs because there are teams that were surging. New Orleans was surging, and they pooped. Washington surging, and what do? They made the play-in. Golden State wasn't supposed to win 15 games this year. They weren't supposed to win 20 games this year. Golden State is in the fucking play-in. You're defending 2020 NBA champions, the Los Angeles Lakers. They're in the play-in. Everybody's favorite rookie, everybody's favorite high-flying team owned by Mr. Last Dance himself, Michael Jordan. The Charlotte Hornets made the play-in. When Bogdanovich made the All-Star team, no one was happy. Nobody cares about the Pacers. Still, they made the play-in. Boston. Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, who is out with the wrist injury. Boston made the play-in tournament. Here are your matchups for the 2021 NBA play-in tournament. These teams will be facing off against each other to do one thing, and that's get their chance into the playoffs. How this is going to work is they will have one matchup. The winners of the first matchup will secure the 7th seed. The teams who lost that matchup will then go into a sudden death matchup. For example, in the East, Washington and Boston, Charlotte and Indiana play. Charlotte wins. They're in the playoffs. Boston lost. Washington is in the playoffs. Who's going to get that 8th seed? It's going to be out of Indiana or Washington. In the West, same thing. So we'll see how this goes. Here are our picks. We already talked about, I just talked about the games. Here are our picks. The first play-in game, Charlotte at the Indiana Pacers. Regular season champ, Ben at Feed Zeke said Charlotte over Indiana. Eddie said Indiana over Charlotte. I will pick. I believe Charlotte will make it into the play-in. Will make it into the playoffs. Washington versus Boston. Ben picked Washington. Eddie at Sauce McGee picked Washington. I will be picking Boston to make it interesting. Next playing game, we're heading to the West. Yeah, never eat soggy hate. The West. San Antonio versus Memphis. Ben thinks Memphis is going to win. Eddie thinks Memphis is going to win. At Krustilski thinks Memphis is going to win. I was going to say San Antonio because of coaching, but I just don't think San Antonio has enough to even like I'm not saying that Memphis or San Antonio will do anything in the playoffs once they're in, but I think Memphis has just a little bit more firepower. Now, playoff experience is on San Antonio's side with Popovich, with DeMar DeRozan, with the fucking Australian dude who grew his hair out. Y'all know his name. That guy. Oi, that was disrespectful. You know what? Because I did that, I'm gonna scratch my pick, and I'm gonna pick San Antonio because I disrespected you, Patrick. Can't fucking remember your name. It's on the tip of my tongue. Patty Mills. There we go. Hey, Mike. Patty fucking Mills, mate. Well, I don't have to curse when I do an accent. All right. So I picked San Antonio. The boys picked Memphis. Our final playing game. Of course, it's the final playing game. It's the playing game I didn't want to see as a LeBron stan. Golden State at the Los Angeles Lakers. Feed Zeke says Golden State. Sauce McGee says Golden State. Krustilski says the fucking Los Angeles Lakers. My prediction is that the Lakers will win their play-in game. The Golden State Warriors will then play their second play-in game. We will still get LeBron and Curry in the playoffs. Don't fucking at me. Our final choices: Charlotte versus Indiana. I believe Charlotte will win. Ben believes Charlotte will win. Eddie picked the Pacers. Washington versus Boston. I believe Boston will win. The boys, Ben and Eddie, believe Washington will win. San Antonio versus Memphis. I believe San Antonio will win. The boys believe it will be Memphis. And Golden State versus the Lakers. Of course, Ben would pick the Lakers. Surprise, Eddie picked, no. Of course, Ben picked the Golden State Warriors. Very surprised that Eddie picked the Golden State Warriors. And of course, as a LeBron stan, living in New York, who is a Steelers fan, and a Knicks fan, and a Pens fan. Not really a Pens fan. I'm rooting for the fucking Lakers. Let's go. I don't know where I was going with that. And I did the thing, and I completely lost my fucking train of thought. All right. So those were our choices. Once again, congrats to at Feed Zeke Ben for number one, getting through quarantine okay. And of course, winning the NFL regular season pick'em champion and being the end. Okay, let me. All right. Shout out to Feed Zeke once again for his regular season NBA and NFL champion of our first year of doing this podcast. That's really dope for him. That's really cool. And hopefully if we start doing the FanDuel money picks, we'll know that Ben just sort of has this knack and he has this ability to just pick them right. We don't know. Because he really did start rough and me and Eddie were sort of picking up the slack and then he just started having single-digit loss weeks. That's how that's going to go. Shout out to Feed Zeke. Shout out to Eddie for coming in second place. Shout out to me for participating and coming in third, even though I was at one point the odds-on fucking favorite to win this shit. Like I said, we have the play-in tournament going on, so we'll discuss that when next time you see us come back. We will be together next time, whether we'll be in Eddie's crib or we'll be on Zoom again. We'll figure that out. I, again, appreciate you guys for sticking with us through all the delays, through my laptop dying, us trying to upgrade our equipment, upgrading our equipment and realizing that the current laptop might not be strong enough with upload issues or us going live. Our live draft night was really fun and really great to do. Our schedule release video did okay. So we're really appreciative. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully we'll start interacting some more. I don't think there's anything else I really have for you guys today, unfortunately. The schedules came out last week. We already talked about that. Baseball's going down. Go Yankees, even though I think they suck low key. And yeah, so I think that's it, boys. I want to say it better myself. Thank you guys so much for joining once again. Thank you guys so much for allowing us to join you on your 2021 journey with the boys of the LSP, the Lazy Sports Podcast. I am the host of said podcast at Krustilski on the Twitters. I was joined today by the WWE plug. Shout out for his time. Shout out for giving us his breakdown of all the matches, for giving us his ratings. Shout out to WWE for waking up and doing better and giving us a pretty good conversation considering WWE plug rated the show at 8 out of 10 with no shovels. Already explained what golden shovels meant. Yeah, man. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Please like so you guys can sort of help us with the algorithm on YouTube. Sort of get in other people's faces. Every day I strive to improve the quality of our content. And we're gonna get to a point where everything's just gonna look so good. And I can't wait to get to that point. From our thumbnails to our videos, we will get to a point where we're gonna provide ridiculous quality content. But for now, we are at a pretty good level for where we're starting and the equipment that we are working with. And I thank all of you. I thank the universe. I thank the boys of the LSP. Ben at Feedzik_21 and at Sauce McGee Eddie for being a part of this pod. Shout out to Angel at our WWE plug at King Chubbs. Hold on, I'm finishing up the pod. That's probably Ben now. So yeah, I appreciate you guys once again. And just like every week, here we go, Steelers, man. Subscribe, like, and we'll see y'all next week. Thank you guys. Deuce, deuce. Dude.